which is exactly what you're lacking. You might say you have a model. Oh, I know I'm looking for the model 2022. I'm looking for the silver bullet. But are you really entering on that context? Are you really using a stop loss? Because many of you that send me your screenshots, and sometimes I think that these are the only setups that you probably did correctly for weeks, because I don't see a whole lot of it coming from the same people. But one screenshot will happen and you'll see the sell or the long entry line, and there's no stop loss, and it's in profit, whether it be a demo or whether it be live, I don't know. And I'm trying not to be judgmental. I'm not trying to put my finger on any one particular person, but you know who you are if you're listening. If you're not using a stop loss, you're not really following what I'm teaching. So I'm not going to like your post. Okay. I want you to understand that if there is no stop loss in that screenshot, you'll never see me high five you, and I won't remark anything except for you need to stop or where's your stop. And I don't mean that to be mean to you or embarrass you. It's to remind you that that's more important than your take profit. And I'm going to say that again. Your stop loss is far more important than your take profit, because that take profit's not guaranteed, but it's highly probable that your entry in the beginning as a new student is not as accurate as you want it to be or hope it to be. And you might have to see a measure of correction against your entry and the trade still be good. But what if it isn't? A larger loss is assured at that point then. And if you don't have a stop loss in, and you think you can just weather it because you're right, what happens when you're not and it drops 30 handles? Can your Combine challenge account handle that? Can your funded account challenge or whatever it is, Express thing, can it handle that? Your live account that you have your own hard-earned money in, can it handle that? You might have the money in there to weather it, but does your mental capital have the resolve to hold on to that and still think correctly about the marketplace? Can you manage yourself in that? Since he wants to know where these moves are going to happen, real quick, real snappy moves, when they're going to run, and the highest probability that they're going to run quickly. That's what I sat down with him. I gave him a high frequency trading model. Not that that's advantageous of anything else I've taught, because every time I teach something, if I say, say my son Cody, okay, has a newfound interest in trading, which he doesn't, because he's sour over what he lost, and that's normal. I hope he comes out of it, but if he doesn't, then good for him. Then he won't lose any more money doing it. But this idea of me sharing my personal life with you, which you're not entitled to know any of these things. And people take some of the things that I've shared publicly and they've twisted and contorted it and they made some kind of nonsense out of it. Then when I teach something about what they're doing or trying to do, you may feel this impulsiveness to drop and abandon everything you've been studying, everything you've been working towards, to start all over again with something that may not be suited for you. That's foolish. If you are working with one thing right now, no matter what I show you, whenever my son comes out, if he does another withdrawal, he might blow that account. Who says he's not going to eventually go into some tilt and just go crazy? You know, what happens if his girlfriend gets in contact with him, or his ex-girlfriend, and says, look, I'm with so-and-so, and he loses his friggin' mind about it and just wants to exact revenge on the marketplace? He's human. Nothing's saying that can't happen. That's why you have to have a plan, a process, and you have to start very, very humbly, knowing that you can blow it if you go reckless. When you're not out there trying to prove something to anyone. Oh, I'm going to prove it to so-and-so. See, he put that down right now. Now, since he's seen his account grow, and now he had to pay out, I was waiting for him to say, I can't wait to go do it. You know, his mind went to, I want to share this with other people. Do you think that if I shared me trading with one contract, he hasn't even started thinking about adding more contracts. That's exactly where I want him. How'd he get there? trading with one contract, taking one setup, taking it, winning it, stopping for the day. Going back and looking at where there was other ones he could have done, but he's still not journaling. Why? ICT, you tell us we should be journaling. You should. But I have to keep his attention span very, very small and narrow on one thing. It's this process right here. Because by him doing this, he is journaling. He's doing the one thing every single day. Boom. That's it. And then he tells me about it. So he's not doing a journal. I don't want his attention, directed anywhere else. The fact that he's following the model is enough for me, because it was an arm wrestling match to get to here. Okay. And I'm not trying to upset the apple cart. But his concern was, or his interest was, how he could inspire all of you. And I'm very proud of that. Not, I'm going to go out there and show the trolls. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I guarantee these trolls don't have 100% strike rate on the day. He did take a $104 loss yesterday because it wasn't a full hit for his model. He was allowed to do another trade. And he made, I don't know, whatever it was, $200 some. But he's made over $2,500 in trading that Express account through Top Step. None of it's fake. If it was fake, I've invited them already to come out and call it what it is. If it's real, say it's real. If it's been scammed, say it's a scam. If it's not a real screenshot, if it's not really his account, he scribbles over top that account number. But we sat and did that video the other night, and I already showed all of his numbers by clicking on that thing. So, I don't know why he does that. So if you're listening, Cameron, it's dumb. I don't even think that even matters now. But the point is, 10 days winning. That feels good for somebody that tried very hard and failed. It feels really good for a person that just had their girlfriend say, I can't be your boyfriend and girlfriend relationship anymore. I'm in another state and I'm going to college. And it's too much of a distraction, and it bothers me. He's in hurt. It feels good to be doing that. When you need continuity, when you need it, and it's hard to find it, and you are the very source of every disruption in your life, everything's a failure. So having this model gives him a plan of action every day, just like when he has to get up and go to work to his new job, which he loves doing. Comes home, he's filthy, sore, arms all cut up from the sheet metal, from the HVAC installations of the condensers and stuff, and whatever the shit he's said. I don't understand it, but that's what he's doing. That's a man's job. That's a real working man's job. And he wants to learn that skill so he can start his own company. And I'm proud of that. And maybe this venue and adventure of a trader will help fund that startup of him. Truth be told, I would fucking throw money at him if he gets his journeymans and masters, and now he's a person that's gone through a couple business management classes and managing that. I would front the whole thing. I'd buy his fucking trucks. I'd buy all of his fucking tools. I'd get everything for him. I would love to do that. But he might turn to me and say, Dad, I don't want you to do that. I want to earn all that and do it myself. And you know what? That's amazing. That's amazing. To watch him grow up and have these thoughts as a young man in the direction of his life. And doing what I had hoped before I had any children. I was thinking to myself, if I have a couple kids, if I just could get one of them to trade and do what I'm doing, it will inspire the rest of them. And I've tried it with Cody. And first I started with my daughter. She's the oldest. And that's a whole different show. She is a woman of the world. Okay, we'll just call it that. She's not interested. Okay, so she definitely needs the support of Dad. And I guess that'll probably be like that until she finds a man. But my boys, I've tried so many ways to try to get them to do it competitively. Like, okay, the first person they can get a profitable account to do this with a demo. To do this, Dad will buy you whatever next car you want. It can't be a supercar though. Still not inspiring. They're like, nah. And I don't know how else I could have done it. Like, I couldn't have done it. So in a lot of ways, I'm glad that these assholes on the internet trolled me, because my children don't have social media. They don't have it, because number one, it would be intrusive for everybody to go in and try to befriend them and take whatever they would share on public social media accounts and use it to make some kind of dumb shit. But they read everything that's on mine. That's another reason why I'm leaving social media, because they're getting caught up, or at least two of my sons got caught up in, they want to come out here and play vigilante and say, you don't know us, you don't know our family, you don't know anything about my dad, and this is what he can do, and this is what he's taught me, and go fuck yourself, basically, without saying it so much like that. And I've many times told them, look, these people are morally bankrupt. They have a failure for everything they've ever done. And if they need my name to market or bring attention to them to make their little fucking ad revenue, and by the way, if you haven't counted the money I made this week, that's 4 months of fucking ad revenue on YouTube. I don't need your fucking YouTube money. I don't need your fucking mentorship money. I don't need book and sales. Don't buy my book. How's that? Again, don't buy my book. Plural, books. Come on. I'm out here talking to you right now. And all of you that put my stuff on YouTube, you're making the money off of these talks, not me. You are. Did I put any copyright claims against it? Nope. I don't give a shit. Do it. Just don't take my lectures or my videos and put them on your channel, because then I'll take that shit down. But I'm wealthy. I'm happy. Someone asked, why do I teach for free when I can earn? Because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy it. I love doing it. I'm a teacher at heart. Before I'm a trader, before I am a martial artist, before I am anything, an entrepreneur, I am a teacher. I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed to have the ability to hold the attention span of listeners long enough for them to learn from me. I've been very passionate about that since I was a teenager. I taught martial arts. When I got my first black belt, I was literally immediately teaching on the weekends kids that couldn't afford to go to a martial arts school. I would be doing it for free with them, both Saturday and Sunday. I would do that. 2.5 hours. And many times I bought them something to eat, and I didn't have money then. I just loved the fact that they allowed me to teach them. I've always had this in me. It's been ingrained in me as a person. And it was interesting to hear my son say, Dad, do you think that if I went out there and I showed my trades with one contract, do you think the people would be interested in seeing that? Now, he didn't say ad revenue. He didn't say anything about making money off of that. That wasn't even the inspiration behind it. Not one thing came out of his mouth about being profitable because he's done it. His mind and his heart shifted to, if I could show some people, would they be interested in seeing that? Think about that. That sounds like a teacher in the making. I will never teach you Enigma. I will not do it. And an IMP 24 node is not anything that anybody's teaching. When I see that shit, Hoppy, you need to stop that shit. Because what you're doing, you're promoting something that is not true. You don't know what an IMP node is. You don't know what an IMP 24 is. You don't know what those things are. And mislabeling and naming something that is nothing to do with it is wrong. It sows chaos. It sows confusion. And you need to come forward and say what you're saying is not true. Call it something else. But the bottom line is that's not real. I will never teach Enigma. It won't happen. But if any one of my sons choose to do it, it's probably going to be Cameron. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying do it. He's not even trading with Enigma, and he's got 100% strike rate by the day. And people have a problem with me showing my examples. Oh, you never show this, but you never show that. Why are you not dissecting the things I'm showing you with a real account? Why aren't you tallying it all up? Why aren't you going in and seeing, am I using the logic that I taught in that live trade? Is it doing everything that I teach you that it's going to likely do? Where is the forensic, analysts that go in there and try to look around for things just to try to have some kind of bullshit smearing campaign? Folks, I'm writing 4 books. 3 of them are technically around trading, and 1 of them is a fiction. I don't ever advertise. I drop crumbs, and I let people go around carrying them and spreading them all out there, and it becomes viral. There was a small little piece of that fiction shared, and I knew it would run viral, and you're all advertising for it. You're working for me, motherfucker. I'm not working for you. Everybody wants to know more about Tobias and Parson. How about that? That's book 4. You stupid fucking clowns. You got played. You have been played since day 1. It was just me and God. That's who this is. That's it. See, some of you need a story. You need something, because you can't accept the fact that there's a God. You can't accept the fact that there was a still quiet voice saying, look here. You need something else. Something else. It has to be something else. Well, it was me just praying and weeping. Help me, and I will help others the rest of my life. You're so busy looking for something to keep you from doing the very things I've freely laid in front of you and said, try this. I'm not going to make any money off of it, but see if this isn't going to help you. No, we don't want to do that. No. We have to find something wrong with this guy. We have to do something to stop this guy. He's getting too popular. Everybody talks about this guy too much, and nobody's buying my bullshit algo box. Nobody's buying my signal services. Nobody's going into my workshops. Nobody's coming to my seminars. Nobody's going in and buying my courses. No matter how many discount codes and how many times I slice the price in half, this guy still keeps coming up. Everybody keeps talking about this ICT guy in my comment section. Man, they saying I'm trading his stuff when you are, but denying that you are. I see it. I don't care. So many of you want to avoid starting from a humble beginning. You want to step out there as a rock star on day 1. And everybody that tries that falls right on their fucking face. Think about it. You do way too much. You overwork yourself. You put too many demands on yourself. I need to make this much money. Who said you had to make that much money? That's just your wants, your desires. And if you got yourself in debt and you need to make that kind of money, well, you got yourself there. That's why they have bankruptcy. Some of you are holding on to debt that you're probably going to never be able to come out of and never find consistently profitable trading because you're stressed out with the debt. I filed bankruptcy. 1998, I filed it. I ran up credit cards and did all kinds of shit because I was going into court with a gold digger. And I had to show myself broke. And I did. And she got nothing. But I got joint custody.